Madden NFL 22, where division rivals will clash in the NFC South. It's the Falcons and the Panthers, and it comes your way next.
Here's Smith to return it. And able to get this out to the 25. They will run for the first time with Miles Sanders. And he works free. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. Well, there you go. This offense off to a strong start this afternoon.
Yeah, with a big run and a first down. That's putting what you practice into play. That's excellent execution to get things started.
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. Here's Sanders. And he'll take this one up close to about the 45. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Looking to throw, Young. They'll run the screen with Hubbard. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. And for the Falcons, 5 men in the secondary, now on third. Now Young. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
I like the fact that he took the shot deep downfield. Even if you don't get the catch, maybe you get a defensive penalty and pick up the yardage that way.
On 4th down, here's Lachlan Edwards to punt it. Cordero Patterson deep for Atlanta. And now a low liner. I think he mishit it. And here's a fair catch taken at about the 24-yard line. So out come the Falcons now.
There we go.
Now a first carry here for Robinson. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
One thing rookies need to learn at this level, and quick. Make a cut, be decisive, and go. Because in college, you could dance around and wait for a hole to open because you're probably a better athlete than most of the guys on the field, but not on the NFL level.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Now Franks. That's Cordero Patterson hauling it in. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line. Franks looking to throw. Trying to get it to Robinson, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 35. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line.
And Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively. Not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
The Panthers coming back out onto the field for their second drive. They were forced to punt last time, and I doubt sincerely that they'll have to punt here because they're gifted with terrific field position.
I don't even want to think about the idea that they would end up punting starting with this type of field position. Neither do they. Great starting spot, great opportunity to run your full playbook. They want to take a shot here, they can go ahead and do it.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25.
Well, they obviously read man coverage their partner, and he got downfield, broke down the defender, made him
What do you mean by that, bro?
Yeah, he made him think he was going to run a different route. Probably thought he was going to take it upfield, and then he curls back inside for the completion.
On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play there, 2nd down. Young. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. Grady Jarrett making his presence felt. He gets the sack. Boy, Charles, that time he took a bad situation and made it worse.
Yeah, you're almost putting together a nice little song there, aren't you? Because it's something you'll see from young quarterbacks. They have that tendency to retreat backwards instead of stepping up in the pocket.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Throw left side on target to Thielen. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down.
That's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath by all means.
Gonzalez out now to try the Panther field goal. From the left hash, this from 46. And this one is going to just tuck into the bottom left corner as he gets it to go. And the Panthers stake claim to a 3-0 lead. So a good kick there, and they put the bow tie on it with 3 points.
And let's face it, everybody wants a touchdown. We know that. But in the NFL, defenses are awfully good. You're not going to score each and every time. Be able to knock the ball through the post and take the throw.
By the way, I said bow tie. I meant just bow. Not the tie, but yeah.
Either way.
You got it.
I just went right past it.
After the field goal, here's Gonzalez to kick it off. Now it's Patterson. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Here again comes the captain of this offense leading his crew back out there now. He'll look to shake off the interception on the opening drive. He should at least be comforted that it resulted in 3, not 6.
And if I were him, I would be the guy all the way out on the field greeting my defense now, saying thanks a lot. You held them to a field goal after I turned it over. That's a big defensive stand for them. He needs to go out now and make up for what he did on the first drive.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Setting up play action. Franks. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Franks now. The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down. Looks like a 9-yard loss. And it also brings up 4.
Well, every time I see speed like that off the edge, Charles, I just don't know how these offensive linemen do it. I would think that they would get called for holding every play, and maybe they should have been called for holding on that one.
Yeah, maybe not just holding, but sometimes you end up setting back in the offensive backfield a little bit farther to try and help you with the edge. That's a penalty as well. Sometimes you overset, they'll come inside of you. That's what speed does. It disrupts an offense. And right now, you've got to pay attention to this edge rusher on every single down.
Now after the punt on that play, we've got a man down on the field. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. It'll be Sanders to begin the drive. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Young will set to throw.
He gets this one to Hubbard, complete.
And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Second quarter now from Charlotte, and it's the Panthers with the football as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. Here's Young from the shotgun. Throw left side complete. That's Hubbard. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that's going to make it 4th down.
I thought they might take a shot down the field, but instead they ran a little drag route there. I think they were hoping he could catch it and run away from the defender. But a really good job keeping the play in front of them, and they force a 4th down.
Here's Lachlan Edwards now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And now a high kick here as he'll try to hang it up there. And he'll get credit for putting him inside the 20 as the fair catch is made right at about the 19-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10.
Well, the Falcons back out, getting set for this next drive.
Not only are they in search of their first score, they're in search of their first down in this ball game as they come up 1st and 10. They begin the drive with Robinson, and he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 20-yard line.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Franks.
Flush to his right. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3. The Panthers turn to their nickel set here as they get ready for 3rd down. Looking to throw. Franks. And he fires one that's intercepted. Dante Jackson picks it. trailing. He gets set to go again with the rest of this offense. They've got the lead. They haven't really had to utilize him all that much so far, but I guess if you're winning on the scoreboard, not too much to complain about.
Not at all, but you know those guys out wide, they want as many catches as they can possibly get. They may need him later on if things get a little tighter.
Yeah, so far 2 catches. We'll see what happens here as the game progresses. That throw by Young incomplete.
That was nice work there defensively to force incompletion. Now, even though this drive started in plus territory, they're still not in field goal range yet. So they can work towards another couple of stops and not allowing that turnover to hurt.
Young's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10. They'll run a draw now with Hubbard. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. Young to throw it. He'll get this complete to the running back, Hubbard. And he is going to have a Panthers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
There are a lot of tough routes to try and cover. When you see a runner come out of the backfield and run this angle route, looks like they're going to the flat, and then they put their foot in the ground and cut back sharply inside. Not easily covered, and then when they catch it, good momentum built up by them as well.
And able to pick up the first. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. A give running left. It's Sanders. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line. Eight yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. They'll run. It's Sanders. And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1. The Panthers on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. He's got it for a Panther touchdown. Terrace Marshall, 26 yards. And the Panthers add on to their lead. Zane Gonzalez on for the extra point. It's up and good, and that'll increase their lead to 10-zip. A drive that time of 6 plays, and Carolina scores to cap it off. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Now out comes their leader and the captain of this offense back onto the field. Bottom line, he's got to figure things out. He's completed 3 passes, but 2 of them have been to the wrong team so far.
And when we talk about the best quarterbacks, we're usually talking about touchdown to interception ratio, aren't we? And 2 to 1 is acceptable, but the top line guys, 3 to 1 or better is what they're looking for. Now we're talking about interceptions versus completions. That's not a ratio should ever be in any discussion.
We remind you that coming coming up in 2 minutes' time. We'll hand you off to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of this first half of action. Now a throw here to his running back, and he goes out right around the 39. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw and a good one.
Frank's throw complete there to Smith. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
I like the thought process. I like the design, but I think he may have waited a little too long to spot his man, because if you're going to run that drag route, you've got to put it on him and let him turn upfield. Instead, he waits until his receiver's too close to the sideline, and they don't get the yards after the catch.
Frank's throw there taken in by Smith. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
Frank's throw into the hands of Pitts here. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
Interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target. Now a second down and 6. They'll look to throw again. Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack. They'll wind up losing a full 9 yards here on the sack. Now it's third down. Clock running, and the Falcons moving with a sense of urgency. Throwing on third and long. Franks. That's into the hands of Pitts, the tight end. And he's going to be stopped here at the 43, and that is not near enough to pick up the first. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to fourth down.
He's a rookie, and you don't want to get hung up on the word potential, but when you see him make catches like that, you keep thinking to yourself, he's good now. He's got a chance to be great with plenty of work.
Here's Thomas Morstead now as he's on to punt for Atlanta. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. The Panther offense going to see the ball one more time in this first half. And with a 2-score lead already, they may just look to get this thing to the locker room. 30 seconds remain in this first half as they come up here 1st and 10. Young now. Lets it fly for Thielen. And it'll be incomplete. Good job staying with him defensively. And it'll bring up second down.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Now, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
On 2nd and 10, Young. And on the catch right side, this is Sanders. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down. This time they stay on the ground. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. First and 10, Young. That one into the hands of Thielen, complete. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. This will approach NFL record territory. It's a 62-yard attempt. So it's halftime here in Charlotte with the Panthers out on top. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much, and welcome everyone to this abridged version of the EA Sports Halftime Report. First, let's get a check on the next-gen stats from that first half for the Falcons, and they will need to get this passing game in gear because they did not do much of anything in that first half, and it's why the scoreline is what it is. Meanwhile, for the Panthers, they too have found passing lanes to be hard to come by so far. As you see by the numbers, they'll need to figure that out in the second half.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. It'll be Falcons football, and they trail here as we get back underway on EA Sports. Now it's Patterson. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. And the Falcons ready to go back to work to start the third quarter. And they trail here to begin the second half. What's going to be a key for them to get back in the game?
I think they're right there, and I think this game is still up for the taking for them because we always talk about turnovers. They had 2 of them in the first half, and once you start talking about if you have 3, 4, or 5, you know it's beyond difficult to try and win a football game with that. Those have to be eliminated. If they take care of the ball, they still got a shot.
3 yards to gain there, second down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
It's Franks now from the shotgun. And he fires one incomplete. Jonnu Smith, the tight end, is intended receiver. And now it's third down. To throw. Franks. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on third down as that was not an easy one to hold on to. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with him.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. Here's Thomas Morstead now as he's on to punt for Atlanta. Now a high kick, almost a pooch punt. Pulled in at the 24. Call that a 44-yard punt, 5 on the return. And that will come the offense as they take over. The Panthers offense now, they head back on the field for their first possession of the second half. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that. And they've
nowhere to go here. He lost the football. So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but if the other team doesn't get it, that's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were able to retain possession.
So they keep the football, but now face second and long.
Right there, 54, right there.
Young. He finds his man, complete. It's Hubbard. Give him 3 on the screen. He couldn't break free, and it's third down.
I wonder what was going through his mind when he got the play call. He just got sacked on the previous play. He knows they're coming after him again. A little bit of guts to stand in there, take the hit, and successfully complete the screen pass. Really well done.
Third and long for Young. And that's complete to Sanders. And he'll be brought down at the 34, well short of the first down marker. That'll bring up fourth down. They wind up getting 8 yards, but they needed more than that.
And that doesn't have to gain big yardage to be an impactful play, because if you can get those pass rushers second-guessing themselves that they might get hit with a screen, maybe you can wind up slowing them down just a step. And if you do that, that's a win for that play.
Here's Lachlan Edwards now as he's on to punt for Carolina. And now a high kick here as they'll try to cover this one. Now a fair catch taken, maybe a yard or 2 shy of midfield. Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. And, Charles, they're certainly still right in this game, but they need that offense to wake up and in a hurry.
Yeah, I like the way you put it. They certainly did seem to sleepwalk a bit in the first half. Now that their defense has done its job, it's their turn now to go out and try and get some points.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. Second and 10 now, third quarter from Charlotte. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Looking to throw. Franks. Flushed out right. He's got the first down here inside the 30. And he'll even avoid the contact in the end as he will finally slide to a halt. A big pickup there on the scramble.
On third down, he obviously wants to throw the football, but there's nowhere to go with it, so he takes off and goes. And nowadays, to get to the first down marker, he blows right past it and picks up big yardage. Partner, that's a great bit of improvisation.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And the Falcons are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line.
But look what we have here, a sustained drive, and that was certainly AWOL in the first half. They really struggled to try and move the football. But right now, they certainly seem to have the formula working. Let's see if they can keep it up.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
Now Franks.
It's caught on the right side by Robinson. Touchdown, Falcons. From 4 yards out, and the Falcons draw a bit closer.
Coaches must really like to see that from the quarterback because he's had the interceptions in this game, but they're able to connect on the touchdown pass.
And teammates love to see that because they know that they miss blocks during a game, but they come back and make them later on. They miss tackles, right? They miss making plays, but the spotlight is magnified on your quarterback. And when he stands up to the pressure and comes back and throws a touchdown pass after throwing some picks earlier, they feel great about that guy.
And likewise for him personally, as a rookie quarterback, has to give him more confidence.
Extra point by Koo, up and good. And the lead will shrink to 6.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And Smith not going to bring it out, so it's a touchback. Now the offense for the Panthers here getting the football back. Pretty important third quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. They start on the ground here at Sanders. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 51 yards rushing for him now to this point. A good gain on first has him set up with second and just a couple of inches now from the 29. Young working out of the gun. That swung out wide to Sanders. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44.
But he certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
They'll give this to Hubbard running right.
And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. It's another 10 yards on that one and another first down. On second down now. It's Sanders, and he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. We have played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we're back now in Charlotte. It's the Panthers out in front and in control of the football as well as we begin quarter number 4. Right back to Sanders on first down. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. 2 yards the loss, second and 12.
The job of any linebacker involves having enough strength to fight off a blocker and get to ball carriers. But in this case, I think we can safely say he beat him right off the snap to get into the backfield and make that play.
Now they contend with a second and 12 after the loss. From the shotgun, it's Young. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Nothing open downfield, and he had to get that one out in a hurry because he just knew he was about to take a big shot. Probably couldn't get his legs into the throw. Became an all-arm throw, trying to check it down to his running back. Incomplete.
The Panthers on third down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is third down and 12. To throw, Young.
They'll run the screen with Hubbard.
And he can only get this to the 42-yard line, and that is not near enough. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now 4th down.
Well, they dialed up the screen there, hoping that convoy of blockers could get out in front and get them enough yardage for the 1st down, but they were able to get there before he got to the sticks.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to make it a 2-score game. And this kick is not going to be close. It's well short, well right to boot. And this score will stay right where it is.
That one hurts a bit. That was a golden opportunity to possibly put this one on ice, but he comes up empty.
And how big of a miss might that turn out to be? Stay tuned. There's still time left on the clock. This could be critical.
Still a 1-score game. Had he hit that, it would have been 2 scores. The Falcons ready to take over. And still just down 1 score. We'll see how big of a role that missed field goal plays, because it, of course, could have pushed this to a 2-possession deficit for them.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
It's a 6. Brings up 2nd and 4. At the Panthers' 44-yard line.
Frank's looking to throw.
He's got the hook up to Miller. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30.
As long as you go through your proper reads and progressions, the drag route can be one of those old reliable plays, because usually it's good for a good chunk of yardage, as we just saw there.
And those guys like it, right? They can get the ball with a full head of steam.
Especially against man coverage, because man coverage, they're typically running away from someone and not worried about traffic coming out on the other end.
Escaping the pressure right. And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a hole. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
Franks now.
This one left side, caught by Patterson. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out.
1st and goal at the 8-yard line.
They come up on a 1st and goal, and most likely 4-down territory as they need a touchdown and a PAT for the lead.
Working out of the gun, Franks.
And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17.
Derek Brown
coming right up the gut. Gets in there for a loss of 9. And you hate to say it with a rookie quarterback. He's done some good things, but overall, looked a little bit overwhelmed back there, hasn't he?
He certainly has. But in his defense, he hadn't had a lot of time to throw the football. You like the way I said that? In his defense.
In his defense. I got it.
You see what I did there?
Yeah, he needs better protection, that's for sure. 1st down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further. We'll run it now with Robinson. Only a yard there, and that'll bring us to 3rd and goal.
Franks.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Falcons. A great play there. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Falcons are an extra point away from having the lead.
That is today's NFL, isn't it? If you're going to be a running back in this league, you've got to be complete to stay on the field, at least for those 3 downs we talk about. Got to be able to catch it, which he's doing quite well in this one. 2 touchdowns already.
Yeah, a little unconventional. He hasn't been able to cross the goal line as a runner, but as you say, twice as a receiver. A very important extra point there, up and good, and they have taken the lead here in this 4th quarter.
Panthers 13.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off.
Here's Smith to return it. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive.
Young's throw pulled in by Marshall.
And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Working the sideline there. Good route, good catch. 1st down, and he gets out of bounds.
You have to like the play calling because you have to run some guys down the middle of the field to draw some of the defenders away. They can't just let them guard the sideline exclusively. That's how it's going to work. Sidelines and incompletions to use the clock.
He's going to let it fly. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete. Couple extra defensive backs out there in the dime, and because of that, really not many places to throw the football, if any.
And typically, what would you want to do against that dime?
Run the football.
You want to run the ball, but you can't do it in this situation. Not nearly enough time on the clock. You're having to really navigate against a tough defense presented against you.
Now Young.
Able to find Thielen.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
That gives them the 1st down, but they've still got to move quickly here.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
1st down now, but that clock rolling. Young. That is caught by Thielen. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. A big play that time through the air. 34 yards.
There's the arm strength that we saw in college and during the scouting process. And really, it's not just the arm strength there, but the placement as well. To me, that was an excellent combination of arm talent and accuracy.
So a big play as it gets him all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10. Now a carry for Sanders. And he is going to lose yardage here. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Another run here with Sanders. And a couple of yards as they move it from the 21 to the 19. The Falcons going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Five men in the secondary now for the Falcons on 3rd down. They'll run with Sanders. And he's going to come up well short as they rally up to stop him at about the 16. Falcons going to use their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. A big one coming now for the kicker, Zane Gonzalez. This for the lead in the final stages. Gonzalez's kick is good. And the sideline celebrates as they have taken the lead in the final minute. So a good kick there to polish off the drive with 3 points.
Yeah, coaches always talk about finishing a drive with a kick. 2 of them give you points, either an extra point or, in this case, a field goal.
After the field goal, here's Gonzalez to kick it off. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the inline. So all eyes on the Falcons. Down by 2, a little under a minute to go. Now their lead is evaporated, but they still have a shot on first down. He's back to throw. Able to find Patterson, and he's upended at the 33, following a good pickup of 8.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 33-yard line.
Clock running, and the Falcons moving with a sense of urgency. They'll look to throw. That's going to be caught by Pitts. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
Well, they got the yardage they needed there, picked up the first down, got out of bounds. How about the urgency that they have, as well as the understand where they are on the field?
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Back to throw. Going up top for Miller. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked off by J.C. Horn. And the Panthers have just about sewn up this football game. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's a guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
So this one is over. A victory for Carolina. And it wasn't really always pretty. They had their bumps and bruises. Really, both sides did. But they did what they needed to do at home to get the win.
Yeah, they really had to grind this one out, didn't they? Because nothing came easy. Every snap was a major league brawl. They had to win at the line of scrimmage, win downfield. They got all those things accomplished. But to win a close one like this, you know, every team wants to be physical. We've heard that a million times, right? Those who are mentally tough, those are the teams that you have to deal with in the playoffs. This was that type of a game.